One of the comments that I always get in these flat earth videos that I'll upload, typically the ones I'll do about the movements of the celestial bodies or gravity, one of the responses I always get from these globe believers, the more triggered ones, is you don't understand physics.
Yep, I've already scraped the bottom of the barrel when it comes to flat earthers, so I thought I'd go beyond the bottom. Imagine, if you will, a dirty old bin, and right at the very bottom of the bottom, where all the smelly bin juice lives, well, that's where we are. And who did I find there? D.Marble. So let's try something new. Let's make a video where I don't make up the responses So let's try something new. Let's make a video where I don't make up all the responses myself. All the responses are from the comment section of D.Marble's own video.
Go nuts on my nuts.
Well, hello, it's me, Creaky. So, self-proclaimed flat earth physics expert D.Marble seems to be a little bit butthurt that us stupid globers always point out his lack of understanding of physics, in particular the physics of water. And as I'm not a physics guy myself and don't feel any need to pretend I am, I thought it would make an interesting video to see what Daryl's own comment section makes of his really stupid belief in a flat earth. So let's do it, shall we?
And my response is always pretty much the same. I'm like, oh look, another physics expert. Well, here, how about this, genius? Go ahead and explain the physics of liquids or water in large quantities. Now, do they ever do it? No. For some reason or another, globe believers like to tiptoe around that particular aspect of physics. So let's do a quick check on understanding, a real simple rudimentary exercise, and then we're going to look at physics real quick. How about that?
So, physics and real quick are not words that go together that well, because to have a good understanding of physics takes years of studying and not just watching one or two flat earth videos on YouTube. And Supreme Ownage from the comment section of D.Marble's own video sums it up nicely. He says, in response to the video title, which is "You Don't Understand Physics," followed by absolute proof that you don't understand physics. Congrats! But the funny thing is, D.Marble, even with the usual smug look on his face and tone in his voice, seems so sure of how right he is, all while being completely wrong.
Now, what do you see here? A globe. B, a bowling ball. C, a spherical balloon.
Okay, I'll play along. It's a globe.
A globe. Moving on. Now, what is the most prevalent surface color on this globe?
Blue?
Blue. Very good. What does the blue on the globe represent?
Water.
B, water. You would be correct if you guessed B. Under what state of matter is water classified? A, a solid. B, gas. Or C, a liquid. And if you chose C, you are correct. Now, let's take a look at the conclusion here.
Well, my conclusion is that you're an idiot, because one of the most basic things we are taught in school science class is that water can exist in 3 different states, either as a solid, which is ice, or as a liquid, which is water, or as a vapor, which is a gas. But okay, let's see what you think you just proved. And that's from me, not from his comment section. Sorry, I couldn't resist sticking my oar in.
Most of the Earth's surface is covered by liquid. That's what we just established by answering those questions. Still with me? Good. Now, let's take a quick look at a short video outlining the physics of liquid.
Liquids seek their own level. Let us perform an activity to show that liquids seek their own level. Take a series of interconnected tubes of different shapes as shown here. Pour colored liquid into one of the tubes. Observe that the liquid stands at the same horizontal level in each tube, even though the area of cross-section of each tube is different. We know that the pressure at the top of each tube is equal to the atmospheric pressure. Similarly, the pressure at the bottom of each tube will also be equal. Hence, liquids seek their own level.
Okay, well I'm not sure who that was, but Mr. Historian 123 explains it perfectly. And he says, as a professional astrophysicist with over 40 years experience, let me explain where you are wrong. Water does not seek its own level in the terms that you mean, in that it is flat over all distances. The surface of a body of water seeks to follow a line of gravitational equipotential, which means that all points on the surface have the same gravitational potential energy per unit mass. If they don't, water at a higher gravitational potential flows to an area with a lower one, which is why rivers flow from higher ground to lower ground. On a spherical Earth, lines of equipotential are concentric spheres round the centre. The surface of water will therefore follow these spherical surfaces. It will curve. However, over the very small distances you showed, the curvature is simply too small to be detected, except in one case at 5 minutes 34 seconds. The middle picture shows the sea with the horizon clearly visible. The horizon is conclusive proof that the water surface has indeed curved. There is no other physical way it can be explained. Don't quote perspective, which proves absolutely nothing and is just a complete hoax invented by flat earthers who have no other physical way of getting out of the mess. So your video proves in one shot that water can curve. The Earth is a globe. Well done, D.Marble. You're a flat Earth fifth columnist without even knowing it.
Okay, so to go along with that, here's an example. Here's a cross-section side profile of the Panama Canal. Now, what you can see is on the far right side, it shows the Pacific Ocean at sea level, which you can see is pretty much flat on the surface. And then what happens is the boats move across Panama through a series of locks, rising and lowering the level of the water, moving across the landmass, and then coming out to the other side on the Atlantic Ocean, which is also at sea level. Now this side profile here shows that, in correlation to what we just saw as the physics of water, that the surface of water is always flat. That water, liquids, seek to find their own level.
So every picture that was ever taken by any space agency anywhere ever is CGI. But somehow an illustration of the Panama Canal proves that the Earth is flat? Whew, okay, back to the comment section. Sprinkler says, you've convinced me. The evidence is overwhelming. You don't understand physics. And to add to that, Shane Graham agrees with D.Marble. Water does find its level. Yes, down, towards the centre of Earth.
Now, you in your own personal experience have never seen water do anything on the surface other than represent a level surface.
Me again. Hi. Well, that's not true either, is it? Because when I stand on a beach and watch a ship sailing away towards the horizon, it somehow mysteriously disappears from the bottom up. How exactly does that work on a flat Earth? Back to D.Marble's comment section, where Get Outta Here says, water does not find its own level. Large bodies of water try to form around a centre of mass. You don't know physics, bro.
Now, if the surface of water were bulging, such an effect wouldn't be possible. This whole mirror thing that we have going on right here, that's not possible if the surface is curving.
Oh yeah, because curved mirrors aren't a thing at all, are they?
But then this is where people would make excuses saying that this particular body of water is too small and that there's not enough space to see the curvature.
No, those are called facts, not excuses. Excuses would be, for example, claiming that the Earth is flat and then getting everything wrong in a video trying to prove it, much like you're doing now. Making excuses because you know, unless you really are this stupid, that everything you're saying is wrong, as pointed out by Samuel Loves Milk, who says, why are you trying to explain things you don't understand? And Salud74, who also says, okay, you just proved that you not only don't understand physics, you also don't understand size. As well as Big Fella 1998, who says, hey, you don't understand physics.
3 hours later.
And D-Man adds, congratulations, with this video you proved that you have no clue about physics. Very well done. There seems to be a bit of a theme forming in this comments thread, doesn't there?
So let's take into consideration what you're seeing here. This is the world's biggest mirror. It's the salt flats in Uyuni, Bolivia. This place is 100 miles across and about 80 miles wide. And after it rains, there's about an inch or two of water and it becomes a perfect mirror, as you can see here. That doesn't happen on a globe.
But the picture you're showing was taken here on Earth, which is a globe. So how can you claim it can't happen on a globe? I mean, you're the physics expert. I don't understand how you could get this so wrong. Oh, wait.
That's entirely too much missing curvature. So you know the physics of water. Water seeks to find its level, and that's what the surface of level water looks like.
Using this picture to illustrate a large body of water is a stretch even for a flat earther. Yes, it's water, but only surface water. It's almost as if you're trying to fudge the evidence for a flat earth, all while claiming to be a physics expert. That's probably why Dark Dragon 000 says, I like this, a response to people that say you don't understand physics and yet uses no physics at all during the video. Not a very good job in showing people that you do understand physics. And I must agree, I think the best approach would have been to show us all your advanced understanding of physics, not point out just how little you actually understand about it.
Right there. Perfect mirror. Accumulates and gives off that reflection, indicating that there is no curvature on the surface.
No, it doesn't. All this picture indicates is that you're a moron. And to be a little bit more specific about the picture, all it actually shows is water sitting on a tiny section of a curved surface. This is the main problem with you and all the other morons that claim to believe the Earth is flat. Size. Earth is pretty big, you know. Like your ego, Mr. Marble.
This is one of my originals from a while back. And this is just to get you thinking about this stuff. The simplicity of where we are.
Now, what he just said is actually quite a key to understanding why people like him even exist in the first place. We can't blame the internet entirely, but as D.Marble is proving quite nicely in this video, he has zero understanding of where we are or why things are the way they are. And why is that? Well, Toshiro Mifune can clear that up for us, as he says, you don't understand physics, as proved by your video. Did you even finish school? What I'm getting at is just because you can't understand something, it doesn't mean it isn't real. Because essentially that's all flat earthers are doing. They have no understanding of physics at all, so they have to dumb it down to the point where their version of the earth has become dumb.
Whether it's water in a glass, whether it's in a pond, a puddle, in a lake, or on the ocean, the surface is always flat and level.
See what I mean? Dumb down. Way down. But yeah, you keep saying that. And okay, let's say just for the purposes of squeezing in this next comment, the world was flat. Then how about answering this from Flash MHP? And he says, how about explaining why the water finds its own level or the physics behind it from a flat earther's perspective? I added that last bit on myself.
You need to take into consideration the fact that bodies of water only appear to curve in pictures that you will never be able to take for yourself. And that's the pictures of the entire globe.
That's not true either. Flat earthers do it all the time. Prove the globe, I mean. Every single time they photograph a boat going over the horizon with their beloved P1000s. Or are they just too stupid to realize that that's what they're doing?
Chances are you're never going to go to space and be able to snap that picture. Neither am I. But what we know in our reality is that the surface of water is always level. So, I'll admit it that both of these models have their own flaws.
No they don't. Because firstly, neither of them is a model. The one on the left is what we call reality. And the one on the right is what we would consider to be... Hang on a second, there must be a comment on this. Well, would you look at that? There it is, and it's from Ray S, who says, both these models have their own flaws. Actually, no. One model is literally flawless and the other one can't get even a single thing correct or be used to describe the most basic things of everyday life. I wouldn't have even given him the satisfaction of referring to either as a model, but what the hell do I know? Well, I do know that Earth is a globe, but apart from that, I know nothing.
But you gotta ask yourself, which one of these matches your experience in reality? What's closer to what you know? Water clinging to the outside exterior of a ball, or water finding its level? That's all I got for this one. As always, be good to each other, take care of yourself, and stay flat. I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Oh, just as I was starting to have fun. So it would seem that even though this is an older D.Marble video, and that it's been a while since I've made a video about him, he is still incredibly smug and completely wrong in every possible way. That's a good thing, obviously, because if he was right, then that would make me wrong and make me look really stupid. Okay, even stupider, but you know exactly what I'm saying. So thanks, D.Marble, for being a confirmed idiot. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button for the algorithm. Share the video. Subscribe if you're new. I'm the Creaky Blinder, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, love you. Bye.
Alright, watch this next. But before you do, make sure you subscribe. By order of the Creaky Blinder.